Hi, my name is Youkeyy. If you have never seen me before, hello. And if you are a returning subscriber or lurker, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundations. So I am a stick foundation user and have been for the past few years. I was just kind of curious to try out the ABH foundation because everyone was raving about it and there's all this hype about it, and it's actually a very good brand. You know, they produce very good quality makeup products. So I thought, I'd just give it a try. So this is the packaging that, or not the packaging, but this is the box that the foundation comes in. It did get shipped to me in a much larger box, which was kind of unnecessarily big for the product size, but whatever. Comes in this glossy packaging with gold detailing. And here is what it looks like. Very beautiful. So I've only used this once or twice or so. So this is approximately the amount of product you'll be getting in a tube of the ABH stick foundation. I purchased the foundation from the Anastasia Beverly Hills website, and that was because there were a lot of stores that didn't have a wider range of colors available for Black women. All they had were like chestnut and cocoa or something like that. I don't know. I love the quality assurance that is put into the ABH products. Now, I do want to say that there is a lot of hype surrounding this product. Why? I'm pretty sure it's because there are a lot of people who are trying out stick foundations for the first time because it's being put out by ABH. Now, I have used the Black Opal stick foundations for many years after switching from certain MAC foundations that were breaking me out. The Black Opal stick foundation has 0.5 ounces or 14.2 grams of product. The ABH foundation has 0.32 ounces or 0.9 grams of product. So the Black Opal stick foundation has a significantly larger amount of product in it. Here's where it kind of gets tricky. The Black Opal stick foundations cost about $9.90 something cents. I know online it does cost about 12-ish, 13-ish dollars or so, depending on where you purchase it from. Like Amazon is a bit more expensive, I believe. The Anastasia Beverly Hills foundations are around 25-ish or so. I don't know whether or not the price is justified with the ABH foundation. It's possible that it is because of the premium packaging that it comes in. And I didn't look into the ingredient list for these two foundations, so I don't know exactly what is in them. It's possible that the ABH foundation just has a much higher quality of product in it. Before I get into certain subcategories of how these performed, I do want to mention that the Black Opal Stick Foundation does come with SPF 15. The ABH foundation does not, as far as I'm aware. That I could be wrong, but I didn't see it anywhere on the product. So if SPF is important to you, Black Opal has SPF 15 in it. I mean, it's not much, but it's better than nothing. So let me just say this. I got it online just thinking, okay, this model kind of sort of looks like my skin color, so I'm going to just go with the truffle. It's too dark for me. I tried it to work one day and kind of compared it to how my regular day goes when I wear the Black Opal stick foundation. Truffle was too dark, and that's the only reason I'm returning it. I mean, for me, these two products perform the same about. So I wanted to talk about a few areas: application, blendability, texture, oil control, and staying power. So as far as application goes, the ABH did apply a little bit more smoothly, which kind of goes into the whole texture bit. They are both creamy foundations once they are applied on the skin. And so the ABH is much more buildable. The Black Opal kind of performs like a full coverage foundation, even though it's technically still buildable as well. I do not use a beauty blender for my foundation application. I use a Sigma foundation brush, and then I use a buffing brush to push the foundation into my skin. So as far as blendability, the ABH seemed like it just kind of moved around a little easier than the Black Opal. Now, did it move around enough to justify its greater than 50% price difference? I don't know. I don't really know. So as far as texture, I actually do want to swatch these for you guys. So So that's Truffle. And it's, yeah, texture wise, I think the ABH is more creamy. And then the Black Opal, I'm sorry, I forgot I never showed you guys. This is the Black Opal. I use the shade Nutmeg and I am wearing it on my face. Now, the reason it looks like this is because it's pretty beat up. I've been using it over the past few weeks, so it's very well used compared to the ABH foundation. And that is Nutmeg. Here you can see the two foundations side by side. Black Opal Nutmeg, this is ABH Truffle. It's obvious on the back of my hand that Truffle is way too dark for me. So the Black Opal kind of left a bit of like product, not buildup, but like a little product, can I call it a product skid mark? It left a little product skid mark on the side of the swatch. So the ABH, as far as texture, is a bit more creamy. It just kind of glides on. The Black Opal does glide on as well, but I think it just has more like emulsifiers in it or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Now, oil controlled. Here is the thing. I naturally have combination oily skin. I get very oily in my T-zone. You could probably tell right now because I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff after filming this look. I have combination oily skin. Now, my skin has become significantly more dry lately due to changes in my skincare routine. So I don't mind the oil in it. The Black Opal Stick Foundation, a lot of people do complain that it does make them really, really oily. For me, these two products actually performed the same when it comes to oil control. I work in the ER. There is no foundation in the world, in my opinion, there's no foundation in the world that is going to hold up and stay put after a shift in the ER of running around and talking and eating and drinking and constantly interacting with people and bodily fluids and all that. So there's no foundation in the world that is going to stay put. I did notice that the ABH Stick Foundation got significantly more oil for me at around the same time that the Black Opal Stick Foundation gets significantly more oil for me throughout my shift. So oil control, they perform the same to me, to be honest. I don't see much of a difference. Now, I love stick foundations. They are great for quick application. They are great for travel. And I really just think that the hype surrounding this product has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of people have not used stick foundations before. However, this product has the upper hand in the plethora of shades that it provides. It does offer foundations with undertones that other makeup companies have definitely neglected when it comes to women of color. Black Opal does not provide as many foundation shades as ABH does. Black Opal is tailored toward women of color. I do not believe it's Black owned, but it is tailored toward women of color. Yes, even the fact that it's tailored to women of color, it still does not provide as wide of a foundation range as the ABH does. A lot of the Black Opal shades tend to have a lot of orangey red undertones to them. Now, I do use Nutmeg, and Nutmeg has orangey red undertones to it, but my skin naturally has reddish undertones to it. I've just learned how to work this foundation basically, and contouring and highlighting and all that stuff will help to kind of mitigate the amount of reddish undertones that you have in the skin. Staying power, I did mention when I was just talking about the whole oil control thing. Oil control and staying power around the same for me. They both relatively stay put throughout the day for me, and it's about the same. One foundation does not move more significantly than the other. I do not want to call the Black Opal foundation a dupe. Obviously, Black Opal has been out with the stick foundation longer than ABH has, but that does not mean that ABH got this wrong. I think they did a lot of things right with this product. The only issue I have with it is that the truffle is not my skin color. And the reason I even bought truffle online was because there were so many limited shades to swatch in store. When I went to, I think, where did I go? Ulta, Sephora? I can't remember. But they didn't have any samples. I couldn't swatch anything. So I was just like, oh, this model looks like she's, around my skin tone. Let me just buy truffle. And then here we are now. I think this is a great foundation. However, now will I be in a rush to repurchase a shade that matches my natural skin tone? Probably not in a rush to do so. I mean, I just might if I, happen to stop by a makeup store and they happen to have ABH there and I happen to swatch something that matches my skin tone. Sure, I'll pick it up because the Black Opal is not as widely available as the ABH is. Black Opal is not sold in Ulta. It's not sold in Sephora. It's sold online. It's sold in Walmart, actually. I purchased my Black Opal foundation from a Walmart in my area, and I've noticed that it tends to be in certain Walmarts only, like the Walmarts in urban areas. Yeah, that's the only place I've been able to find the Black Opal because I have not found it at a Walmart in a suburb, near a suburb, okay? Even in that Walmart that I purchased it at, they don't always have nutmeg, so that's that plays into it as well. I'm sorry. I'm so exhausted, you guys. I'm so tired. I'm stumbling over my words. My throat is dry. I need water. I need water. I need water. $25 versus 10-ish to 12-ish dollars. And the Black Opal provides more product. They perform about the same to me. I don't notice a huge difference that justifies that $25. But like I said before, the ABH stick foundation does come in much prettier packaging, much more sturdy and luxurious feeling packaging. And I did not look into the ingredient list for these two foundations, so please be aware of that. I just didn't have time. So if you want to go into more detail with the ingredients of these two foundations, please knock your socks off and go ahead and do it. It is possible that the ABH stick foundation costs as much as it does because it uses much higher quality ingredients in formulating this product. I'm saying possibly. I don't know if that is 100% true. I have not looked into it. I have not researched it, as I just said. So it's possible that $25 is being charged because you're getting a higher quality foundation product. Now, $25 is really not that much money, to be honest, as far as foundations go, because there are a whole lot of foundations out there that costs way more. Okay, way more. We're aware of that. But I'm just comparing it to what I usually use and what I've always, well, not always, but what I've used for quite a long time, and that is the Black Opal stick foundation. Okay, so these are both cream products. These are both stick foundation products. They are both round in shape, I guess. I don't know. I'm tired. And the Black Opal, as I said before, has SPF 15 in it. The Anastasia Beverly Hills product does not indicate that it has any SPF product in it. 0.5 ounces, 0.32 ounces. This has more product in it. This has less. Again, love the packaging. It feels luxurious. It feels very sturdy in the hand. Black Opal, it's more flimsy. I'm not going to lie. The Black Opal is significantly more flimsy, significantly less luxurious, not luxurious at all, actually, in the hand. And this windy thing sometimes, this thing that winds up the product, sometimes falls apart and I have to like pop it back in for it to work. But that only happens a few times, like after I drop it or something. So that is it for my first look / mini review of the ABH Stick Foundation. I hope you found this informative. And if you didn't find it informative, I hope you found it entertaining at least. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for sitting through this. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I hope to see you guys in the next video, Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.